Model 1. The pyramid. Meta-competences within high-level standards. High-level NOS. Meta-competences. These are universally and consistently applied across each of the 4 nations. In this model, these meta-competences are the high-level core standard. They can be an instrument of economic improvement to facilitate growth and productivity in key economic areas, those that have the potential for economic development, or those that are strategically important to the UK economy. These high-level NOS are owned by government, whilst their development and maintenance, although led by employers, will be funded by the public purse. Employer ownership is essential to ensure consensus through continued authenticity, meaning, purpose, and relevance. Competency accords between employers based on these meta-competences will maintain currency and transferability, which are essential if NOS are to meet wider industrial and specific labour market needs. These meta-competences will create unity to secure 4-nation agreement, meet a range of potential usages in diverse contexts, create a blueprint for workforce mobility and portability across sectors, and enable the Treasury to be clear why it is investing, what it is investing in, and what success and value for money looks like. This streamlined approach is also designed to reduce the need for any future proliferation of NOS. Job roles. Employers were clear that a defined collection of routine tasks make up a core occupation. They want to have the ability to secure an element of variability by selecting from these meta-competences. This means that they can tailor specifications to address their particular industry needs. This approach will mean that competences can be shared and appear in specifications for related occupations. NOS can be readily tailored to meet emerging industrial priorities. There are options in which national preferences and priorities can be accommodated, but are not subservient to industrial demands. For example, this approach would address the current debate on the inclusion of industry or sector-specific attitudes and behaviours. Delivery. This dimension addresses the way knowledge, skills and competences relevant to a specific job role can be delivered and integrated into the learning and training solution. NOS frameworks have been driven by an agenda primarily concerned with qualification development and associated assessment outcomes, rather than the quality assurance of competence and skills. This assessment-driven approach has distorted the recognition and value of competence. Future NOS must stimulate and underpin those workplace training practices that focus on a coherent approach to developing knowledge, skills and understanding, using methods that are authentic and relevant to business needs. Assessment. Assessment of the competences and skills specified by NOS has tended to use mechanisms and instruments associated with or determined by qualifications. Assessment approaches should be fit for purpose in the context of the industry and business environment. The value of what is assessed and how it is assessed should be driven by what business needs, not by what is most easily and readily accessible. It is time to revisit whether competence is only able to be assessed via a binary scale. In other words, is an individual only competent or not competent? Or whether, as very many employers already do informally, should competence be measured and reported on a graduated scale or continuum? Refresh. NOS will continue to need to be refreshed and updated in a timely manner. In future, this refresh should be part of the ongoing and regular quality assurance processes associated with monitoring competence in the workplace, not a discrete theoretical activity separated from operational practices. Technology has an important role as a means of moving NOS from a static repository of specifications for knowledge, skills and understanding to a dynamic, flexible and relevant real-time enabler for monitoring competence, as well as evaluating the currency and utility of the NOS themselves. If technology is deployed in this manner, it will ensure that NOS will retain their currency and remain valuable to employers and valued by employees.